I did a video a few months ago explaining everything that I knew about the pattern sequencer on the SP404 Mark II. One of the crucial features that I missed out was undo because I didn't actually understand how it worked at that point, but thanks to a few of your comments and me actually looking at it and trying to figure it out, I've managed to figure out exactly how it works. Well, at least I think I have anyway. So in this video, what I'm going to do is show you how it works. It's actually a really handy feature. So we're on the Mark II again today, and if you have this device and are unaware of this feature, if you look under pattern select, you'll see that it says undo. You hold shift and you hit pattern select in order to use it. So it's a really simple feature to use. It's really handy. There's a few things you need to look out for, which I'll tell you about in the video. So let's get this set up and let's get into this one. Okay, so here I am at the device, and what I've done is programmed in a drum loop just using the pattern sequencer, and I'm using the same samples as I did for my previous upload. It's the Echo World SP Vids Collab Competition sample pack. So I'm using the drums from that, and what I've done is I've just copied one of the previous patterns and I've made a drum loop on its own instead. And what I'm going to do to demonstrate this undo feature is just to add some things over the top and show you how exactly it works. So basically, when you go to record over the top of a pad or you go to record to a new pad, you have 8 pots or kind of buckets that you can undo along the way. I can't think of a good word for it right now. Slots maybe is the best word. So 8 slots that you can undo once you've programmed them in. But the thing that you have to be really careful about is as soon as you stop recording, that completely disappears, that option to undo. So it's per recording session on your pattern, if that makes sense. So as soon as you hit record on a pattern and you start recording, you'll get the 8 slots to be able to undo. But as soon as you stop recording, that will be cancelled. And then when you record again, it will give you another new set of 8 slots to be able to undo in. The one thing that you can do is you can rehearse. As long as you keep that pattern going, you can hit record and put it into rehearse and then go back into record again, and you will still get that undo feature. It's only if you completely stop recording that it kind of resets itself. So I'll do a demonstration to make it a bit more clear, hopefully. So I've got this drum loop going here. Okay, so it's just a 4-bar drum loop, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is just put some random stuff over the top, and you will see along the left-hand side of the screen here, you get 8 slots. So let me just get into record mode. Let me just turn this right down. You can see here down the left-hand side, as you're recording, you get these 8 squares. Now, once you start programming stuff in, these squares fill up, and it's one action at a time. So as soon as you hit a button, that counts as an action, and that will fill one of the slots that are down this left-hand side. So I'll turn it back up again, and I'll add in a few things, and you'll see the slots filling up. Okay, the button got a bit sticky there, so I missed a couple of those in the time. I was just going to do 8 hits in a row there. So you can see now that the squares on the left-hand side of the screen have actually filled up. And what you can go ahead and do now is undo those actions. Because I'm still in record mode, you hold shift, and you can see over here on pattern select, it's got undo. And if I start pressing this, you can see how the slots are now disappearing. So there you go, all the way up. And you get 8 opportunities here per recording to be able to undo. So I'm going to go ahead and undo all of those. And now I've got none again. And I could go back in and program them again. And I'll wait for it to come back around again. Okay, that worked a lot better that time. I got it in time how I wanted it to go, and now I'll do shift and undo again, and you can see I can undo as many of those as I want to undo. So what I'm going to do now is go into record mode again and program in some things, and then go to rehearsal. So let's go ahead and just program some stuff in. And now if I hit record, you can see it's in rehearsal mode. You can still see the undo slots available. So if I go in and do shift undo now, you can actually undo while you're rehearsing. And then if I jump back into record again, you can start adding and taking away from those 8 slots that you get available to you. So this is a super handy feature. Thank you very much to whoever left the comment originally about how this works. I've finally got my head around it. The one thing I had to change about my workflow pretty drastically is I have to really remember not to stop recording as soon as I've recorded what I think is correct, because sometimes it's not, and then once I go back into the recording, the undos aren't available anymore. So my advice is, if you're recording patterns, get into the habit of recording a pattern and then just leaving it in record mode. Don't press any of the buttons, obviously, because they'll get recorded as well. Listen through and check that you're happy with that recording, and then if you're not, you can do the undo. It's just a lot quicker than the other methods that I've talked about for speeding up workflow with the pattern mode. And yeah, it is super handy. Don't forget as well, like I mentioned, you can do it in rehearsal, and you can jump between recording and rehearsal and undo and redo actions. So this is a really handy feature. I think it's a great step up from the SX and the A sequencer having this. It's a really good addition. So I hope this clears it up for you guys. I hope that was interesting, and for those of you that got the Mark II, maybe you learned something new here. I really hope that you have. It's super easy to use once you get your head around the fact that you can only do it when you're actually recording. These undos are per recording session when you're doing a pattern, if that makes sense. So thanks for watching. If you're new around here, I upload videos like this really regularly, so don't forget to smash that subscribe button to get notifications. And also, if you can hit a thumbs up as well, it just helps me with the algorithms as well. Keep making beats, and I'll be back with more videos soon, guys. Peace!